Hi, my name's Kat. I'm here to fix your life. Before we get started today, let me tell you guys about my free masterclass. Kidding. That is a joke. I do not have a masterclass. I do not have a course to sell you, all right? I am just a human with a brain and a paintbrush, and I'm telling you what I know. Some of you may know I have really switched up my meditation practice a lot in the last couple of months. I actually made a whole video about like ADHD and meditation a couple weeks ago. I'll link that below if anybody wants to watch it. But for many years, the only type of meditation I did is an open mind, sort of like a traditional Zen Buddhist style of meditation where you sit and you simply observe your thoughts. And I have switched that out for a more body-focused, kind of more hypnosis type of meditation in the last couple of months, and it has absolutely changed my life. The practice I'm focused on is called Yoga Nidra. If you've never heard of it, it is extremely common. There are tons and tons of Yoga Nidra meditations on YouTube. If you want to try it out, just search for it. And to be clear, I am not saying that any type of meditation is fundamentally better than another. I am not putting down Buddhism or open mind meditation. I am just saying I've had to switch up my own practice, and it's made some huge differences in my life. The reason I switched is that I discovered after 30 years or so of diligent, open-minded meditation that observing my thoughts was not translating into any practical improvement in my life whatsoever. This brings me to truth number 1, and this is the most unfortunate one. Thinking does not solve problems. This is such heartbreaking news if you are a severe, lifelong overthinker like myself. My neurodivergent peeps, I'm talking to you. If you are ADHD, if you're on the autism spectrum, if you have a constant and forever inner monologue going, I love myself. I love my big, beautiful brain, and I enjoy many of the scenarios that it generates for me to contemplate. But I have spent way too much time rehearsing negative thought loops in the name of figuring it out. If I just sit here and think this negative thought enough times, it will result somehow in a positive solution. I'm gonna think my way to the other side of it. Or the other thing is, I'm gonna get it out of my system. If I just sit here and think this through enough times over and over again, I will somehow get the negativity out of my system. It never works that way. Thich Nhat Hanh wrote a fantastic book that I recommend to everybody called Anger. And in this book, he says the smartest thing I have ever heard anybody say about the idea of venting. He's talking about venting your anger, and he's speaking specifically of the idea of like punching pillows or screaming or like smashing dishes or hitting things as like a therapeutic way to get your anger out of your system because you're like releasing your anger. And what he says is when you engage in these behaviors, you are not releasing your anger. You are rehearsing it. You are reinforcing the incorrect belief that you need to continue feeling angry. That's what we're actually doing when we do this stuff. This is supported by science, like neural pathways, like, you know, we dig these ruts in our mind. We kind of build these thought loops. We build these circuits and these beliefs around things that trigger us. And the more we think the thoughts over and over again, like the deeper we're digging that groove in our brain. It feels good in the moment, but it doesn't actually work. You know what actually solves problems? Action. Taking action. What action do you need to take? I don't know. I'm not living your life. But I promise you this, if you can kick the habit of rumination and learn to be present and be mindful. Do you hate the word mindfulness? Are you starting to kind of hate the way people use that word? Me too, but it doesn't matter. You still need to practice it. If you are able to practice mindfulness and really be here and not let your thoughts run away with you, the action you need to take is going to become crystal clear. Not because you're going to have some great epiphany that's going to solve everything for you, but because the action that you need to take right now is something very simple. Sweetheart, you do not need to come up with some amazing business plan right now. You need to breathe right now. You need to drink a glass of water. You need to take out your trash. The reason I could not solve any problem in my life for so long was that obsessive, constant thinking about my problems was overwhelming me and just sucking all of my energy away from the things I really needed to be doing. Stop feeding that monster. It is preventing action. Your mind is tricking you into doing nothing while simultaneously convincing you that you are doing everything. Truth number 2. You're not going to like this one either. Feeling better about your problems is not the same as solving your problems. This is the self-help trap. I am a former addict of self-help. I get it. Like, have you ever read a self-help book and felt great? Of course you have. You get a little dopamine rush when you finish a motivational book or you watch some inspiring YouTube video, and that feeling is really addictive because that little rush you get, that feeling of hope, makes you feel like you are in control and you are really doing something. And it's fine that we just want to feel better sometimes. It's fine that we need comfort and that we look outside of ourselves to get inspired. But feeling better is not the goal, ever. Self-help, New Age, law of attraction crap, and just the world we live in of social media and algorithms and constant instant gratification, all of that stuff has conditioned us to believe that we are never supposed to experience discomfort. Like if I'm feeling uncomfortable, that means something's wrong and I have to change the feeling. It is not only unrealistic to think that you are supposed to feel good all the time, it's going to stop you from ever actually being content. It's going to stop you from being happy. Our motivation to actually do something with our short, precious lives has been hijacked by our need to constantly suppress and control our emotions. I am not judging you. I do this too. We're all doing it. Whether you are smoking weed to make yourself feel better, you're drinking, you're just doom scrolling on YouTube, you're watching the same self-help guru videos over and over and over again because it makes you feel good, but you're not actually going out and applying for jobs or whatever it is you need to be doing. We're all doing this. The next time you have a negative feeling about yourself or the world, and there is certainly plenty going on in the world that we can feel negatively about right now, I get that. Instead of trying to numb or change the feeling or escape it, just notice it. Be present with it. You're not gonna die from that discomfort. I promise you won't. Let it show you what it's trying to show you. Our emotions are here to point out the things we need to pay attention to. Use that. Stop gaslighting yourself into thinking you are solving some problem just because you're manipulating the way you feel about it. And all this talk about your problems brings us to truth number 3. Life is not a series of problems to be solved. Don't forget to be here. Enjoy and appreciate the beauty and the perfection of this moment as often as you possibly can. Enjoy your own imperfection and the imperfection of others. I mean, by all means, fix your damn life. Improve your situation. Get a better job. Hit the gym. Dump your emotionally abusive partner. Make changes and do better. But remember that you can only ever be happy right now. The minute you conquer one massive life challenge, another one will appear in front of you. It is the nature of our existence. There will always be pain points. Please stop waiting until you have solved everything in order to be happy. It ain't never gonna happen. Comment below, do you hate this painting as much as I do? It's not that it looks objectively terrible to me, it's that it feels pointless. It has no meaning. See this one? This has meaning. Can anybody else see that? I am authentically thrilled that you watched this entire video. Please subscribe for more truth and chaos. I will talk to you as always next week.